am so excited to talk to you today because, I mean, we're literally about to surf the skies.
Well, I'm excited to be here.
So tell me about the plane.
So the plane it's a Swiss plane. It's a Pilatus PC-12. It was made, 30 or 40 years ago. They've made 1,300 of them. They fly in the Swiss Alps. They fly for governments, military, private owners, etc. It takes 8 people. We have this new, what I think is very cool interior, which we did with a brand in New York.
So nice.
They're called Bespoken, and they won GQ's Brand of the Year last year. So we did a custom interior with them. And yeah, that's the plane.
That's great. And so SurfAir is a new airline.
That's correct. It's a membership-based airline, and what that means is we're both a membership club and we offer air service, which is members pay a flat monthly fee, so they pay $1,750, and they get to fly unlimited across our network of currently 7 destinations and growing. So we currently operate in California.
And you're just taking over.
We are. We've been fortunate to be sold out for most of last year, and we have a fairly long wait list still.
So it's about $1,700 for 1 month.
$1,750 for 1 month.
$1,750 for 1 month. And how many flights does that mean? You're saying unlimited, like how many times could you actually fly in a month?
So here's how it works. It's $1,750, and what you get for that is you get the ability to make 2 one-way advance reservations. So let's say you were flying tomorrow. You could book your 2 one-way reservations, book your round trip tomorrow, and once you've flown it, you can rebook. The idea is that what you can't do is block up a seat every day for the next 30 days.
Oh, yeah.
But because it's a membership club and it's a shared use model and everyone kind of shares the service. But what you can do is fly as many times as you'd like, as long as you take a flight before you book the next one. People who fly really often and more than that can also come back to us and upgrade and get extra flight passes. We call them flight passes. So for an extra $500 a month, you can get an extra round trip reservation and so on and so forth.
That's incredible. And you guys are a disruptor in this space. I mean, this is the first time ever that an airline has really changed the whole business model. Was that a hard thing to do?
Well, the idea is we sit in the middle of airline and private travel, and we're going after what's kind of been the holy grail of this space for a while, which is how do you make a private style experience affordable to a much broader audience. So, for example, we operate from private terminals, and we operate, small private aircraft. You can get there 15 minutes before. You don't have long TSA lines. When you get there at the other end, your rental car is waiting for you. So on a trip, it's a very de-stressed it's the same as experience as if you had your own plane, except you're sharing it with other people, but they're part of the same club, and they're interesting people you want to talk to when you're flying.
When you walk in the door at the airport,
right?
It takes 15 minutes, right, to get on the plane?
It takes, people will not be in the company may not be happy if I say that, but really you can get there 5 minutes before, which is what I do, and what many of our members do. But
yeah.
We recommend you get there 15 to 20 minutes before, and you'll get your favorite drink, a pressed juice or a coffee, or you'll be greeted by name. You'll see a familiar face, a concierge, like you met earlier. And
yeah, the concierge was fabulous.
And it's a very, as I said, it's a very stress-free experience.
It's amazing.
And it's really more closely priced to commercial flying than private, but it combines some of the best of both. So we fly the frequency and we fly a fixed schedule, so you always know when the planes are going, like a commercial airline, like a scheduled airline. But a lot of the experience is more private-esque.
Who do you consider competitors? Like the new Hyperloop in California?
One day,
One day, yeah.
As I say, most of our customers come from flying the airlines.
Yeah.
So they're frequent flyers. The value equation for most members is, okay, I'm going to spend $1,750 a month flying SurfAir. I probably used to spend $1,000 flying Southwest or Delta or taking 2 round trips. So on average, our members fly 2 round trips a month. They have the option to fly more, but it typically settles at 2 round trips a month. And the way they think about it is, okay, that was $1,000. This is $1,750. So I'm ready to pay a small premium because I'm getting 2 hours of my life back every time I fly, 2 to 4 hours of my life back whenever I fly, and I have the optionality to fly more. So we're a premium service, but the premium is, call it, 1.5 times commercial, not 20 times like you might pay to, a NetJets or an ExoJet, or who I don't really see as competitive. They're the much sort of on-demand private operators. Most of our customers come from the airlines.
Did you guys have to kind of create some new laws to make this happen?
No, not at all. We operate within an FAA kind of fairly standard charter license. We operate with something called commuter authority, which means we're a charter operator, but we have the authority to fly within the state of California with the frequency of an airline.
When do you think you will roll out across the country? Is that the plan?
It is the plan, absolutely. There's a number of places in the country where this model makes sense. California is one of them. Texas, the Northeast, Florida. The Southwest. I mean, there's a number of places. The model works really well where there's flights that are under 2 hours, short hops, frequent commutes, as well as pockets of residential wealth that have private airports and are underserved.
So how often are you flying?
Probably twice a month.
Twice a month?
2 or 3 times a month.
And you show up 5 minutes before?
I try and show up 15, but as you know from today, I'm not always on time.
No, you were pretty on time.
But I do have to be on time because the flight goes.
And how many flights? Oh yeah. How many flights operate per day?
60.
60 a day.
60 a day.
And I know that they're all the time because we tried to film this before, but the planes are only on the ground for 30 minutes and then 15 they're fueling. So you really
I said we operate.
turnover.
It's a high utilization. It's like an airline.
Yeah, that's incredible. What is your favorite part about SurfAir?
I think so. The people. We have an amazing team. We have the overall just the de-stressed kind of experience. I can't emphasize that enough. Like when I take a day trip on SurfAir, I live in LA and I have long commutes, and I've often said that it's a less stressful commute for me to do a day in San Francisco than it is for me to actually drive from my house in LA to my office and then drive back in the traffic after that.
That is so
I think the lack of stress, where when you compare to commercial, you've got, you get there maybe 2 hours before, you have rental cars and you have long lines and security, and it's always a rush. Like you don't stop for a minute.
Yeah.
This is a very relaxed experience.
I mean, I feel very relaxed right now. I love the seats. They're so comfortable. We buckled up because safety first.
Absolutely.
Well, I mean, I'm a convert. I'm really excited about SurfAir. I'm excited to see where you guys take this, literally to different cities.
I'm excited to be on the show, and I'm going to sign you up to SurfAir as soon as we're done with this.
Definitely. Well, so I have a question for you.
Sure.
Have you ever done a Valley Girl fire drill on a plane?
I have not.
You haven't?
I have not.
I think we should do one.
I think we should.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
I'm like the Valley Girl.
And I'm like Sudhin Shahani from SurfAir.
Everybody's going surfing.
Surfing USA.